in that building. Should be a very interesting Game 6. Meanwhile, speaking of interesting, I really want you to hear this sound off. So yesterday there was a new episode of the Game versus Game podcast with Breanna Stewart. And her guest was Milwaukee Bucks forward Miles Turner. And he had really interesting comments about how things were handled inside the Bucks locker room this year with Giannis under Doc Rivers. Just listen to this.
So, Doc Rivers, he didn't find anybody, ever.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys were late all the time. Guys were, showing up to film whenever they wanted to show up. Guys were missing meetings. Like, it was one of the craziest things I personally ever experienced.
So, who's the teammate that's most likely to be late?
That's easy. Giannis. Giannis is going to show up whenever he wants, really, I think that it's kind of just came with the territory at that. And once I kind of saw what was going down, I was like, hey, man, more power to you. They ain't going to find you. Do what you do.
That just kind of jumped out at us. You were the one who brought that to my attention this morning. What was your reaction to it?
Well, I mean, the first reaction is to think about it's so unfortunate that Doc Rivers didn't have control over his organization. But I thought that was a bigger indictment on Giannis, frankly. And look, Michael Jordan was terrifying. Kobe was obsessive. But you never questioned with them? You never questioned what the standard was. You never question that. And as soon as fear enters leadership, then your culture dies. And it feels like, Doc Rivers didn't control. Why didn't Giannis try to control what he could control? That was a big takeaway for me.
I agree. There's also the piece of it, Wendy, where I don't know exactly when he's talking about, but by the end of the season, Giannis and the organization were so at odds. He wanted to play. They weren't letting him play.
I'm going to lead through adversity. It doesn't matter. I know the coaching staff, whatever it is, I still have my teammates.
What did you take away from those comments, Wendy?
Well, first off, Miles Turner, he had enough about midway through this season, and he was starting to chirp about this. He obviously came over from a very successful Pacers organization, and he was not happy. And so this is revelatory, but I'm not surprised it's Miles who said it. And I thought the reaction was interesting. Later in that discussion was Breanna Stewart, who said, in the WNBA, we get fined if we don't box out on a free throw, much less showing up, multiple hours late for a plane. So, that is, frankly, the way this whole thing has gone should be a warning call. Giannis is at a crucial point in his career right now, crucial. And the next decisions that he makes, not only with where he decides to play, but also how he decides to approach next season, are vitally important. And this should be something that he pays very close attention to.
McNutt.
This is why, Greeny, for me, I continue to say, as all the noise percolated about Giannis, quite frankly, in New York, chemistry is such a delicate thing. And I felt, and I'm glad it has panned out well, that this New York Knicks group deserved an opportunity to try to run it back with that core that we have relied on that has allowed them to have this unprecedented statistical run, if you will, winning 7 straight. But when you add a superstar, you just got to know that superstars come with superstar things. Like, can you absorb that or not?
That whole thing, it just didn't sound good. And it'll be interesting to see what some of the response is. Oh, by the way, a reminder, on DraftKings Sportsbook, all customers can get a profit boost every day of the NBA playoffs. Download the app, use the promo. Who is the youngest player to appear in, thus had to have actually played 3 consecutive NBA conference finals?
Yeah, consecutive is the tough part. So you're talking about a team a guy that walks right into basically a big-time contender. So I thought Tim Duncan, but he played 4 years at Wake. I think Kobe Bryant, they had the three-peat early in his career. I'm going to say Kobe Bryant.
Oh, you were so close. You had it going the first time. It was the Spurs. It's Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard made it to the conference finals when he was 20.
Didn't even think of it. You got me, Hembo.
And 22. That's a good one from Hembo. That's a good question there. We'll see if Wembanyama can make his first tonight. Let's do Hitting the Mark, brought to you by DraftKings. Looking at tonight's games. Here we go, Monica McNutt. We start with the Pistons. You like Cade Cunningham to go over 28 points. Talk to me.
Yeah, I don't think this series is over. Cade is coming off of a 39-point performance. He is the centerpiece. He obviously has to play well for these Pistons to respond as a team. I think they got to support him tonight, but I do think the Pistons are going to even this thing up.
On the other side, you have Donovan Mitchell going over 4 assists.
You know, Greeny, this was actually a challenge on what I wanted to take because of the up and down nature of the scoring for Mitchell so far in this postseason. But what I do know is that the Cavs supporting cast has been really big, whether it's Strus, Mobley, Schroeder, etc. So I'm going with the assists over the points for Mitchell.
And then the late game tonight, you like Anthony Edwards, the over on 27 points. They need him to get going.
Yeah, I mean, we can't keep talking about this guy as the likeness of Michael Jordan. Shout out to Will Vaughn, and he not show up tonight. Like, this is a must if the Wolves are going to keep this thing alive, which I think they will. To Jay's point, I think he goes on the block, mixes it up in terms of how he gets it done, but finds a way to get it done.
So if those are the picks and you like them, we've made them a parlay. Cade Cunningham, the over on points, Donovan Mitchell on assists, and Anthony Edwards over on points. It's a parlay at DraftKings Sportsbook with odds of plus 505. Let's just touch on that game quickly because there's one other thing I want to sneak in here. But the Anthony Edwards of it all. Brian Windhorst, you were making the point earlier, for those just joining us, the way they have defended him has been the key for San Antonio in their wins.
Yeah, the Wolves need Ant Edwards to go over on shots because the Spurs have been trying to keep him from even getting the ball. When he brings the ball up across the court, like you see here, they've been doubling him. And the chess match that's developed the last couple of games is how they're doubling him and denying him even when he's off the ball. In games 3 and 4, Greeny, when he averaged 34 points, he got 24 shots average in those games. Last game, game 6, game 5, pivotal game in this series, he gets just 13 shots and 20 points. The ball's got to get to Ant Edwards. That's the chess match we're going to watch tonight.
And then on the other side, there's the chess match of it all, and then there's the brute force, the physical piece of it. And do you expect the Timberwolves to do what they really didn't do in Game 5, and that is be physical with Wembanyama in the wake of the elbow thing?
Yeah, look, this is part of the gamesmanship, and I'm not talking about tic-tac fouls.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you have to make your presence known with him. PJ Tucker was in here the other day, and we were talking about how you guard a guy like Wemby. When that shot goes up, I don't need to look at the ball. I'm face guarding you. Mm-hmm. I'm face guarding you. I'm in your body. I'm lowered to the ground. I think there's certain players like Naz Reid or Julius Randle that have the body size and the sturdiness with their frame to get up in him and push him off his spot. There should be not one possession where he doesn't feel my body on him all the time.
I think if you're a Minnesota fan, you're going to wear a long
Here's Randy Scott with you. SportsCenter AF. Brandon Stewart and the Liberty taking on the Fire after Portland won on a buzzer beater on Tuesday. Good ball movement by Portland. Sarah Ashley Barker, 6 points, half of them there with a corner 3, Fire up by 8. And then it was Stewie time. Brianna Stewart hit her only 3 of the game. She's working on her third 20-point game this season. Liberty have won every time she gets to 20. She finished inside with a layup. Let's go 7 seconds left in the half. We're tied at 37. And it's the Najalani Hamilton. BLH, 8 points. Liberty by 2 at the break. More Stewie in the third. Mom, the ability to have ends. She was 8 of 14. She had 22 points for the state, 7 rebounds, hits the fadeaway. Looks like Noble looking for you. Mourinho Hans is going to find Pauline Stier, the ball high. Career high 11 assists for Marine. A few, the proud. Liberty went 100-82.
Deep in the heart of Texas, Dallas Wings try to get their first win at home. It's just the third game of the season, second game at home. AZ Fudd, top overall, taking on Olivia Miles, second overall pick. Third quarter, Wings up, Paige Beckers. You heard the whistle, you see the hoop, get the horn. 27 points for Paige Buckets. Wings up 8 after the made free throw. Fudd, backdoor to Alana Smith. Okay, Wings go up by 3, 2 to go. Look at Olivia Miles controlling the offense. Left-hand pass to Natasha Howard. For Miles, 15.6 assists. She has 10 and 5 in the first 3 games. Not many have done that. Howard, the pick, the roll, the bucket. 26 points, 11 of 14 from the field for Natasha Howard. We are tied now at 83. Odyssey Sims, mid-range, anything but mid. 11 points in 25 minutes. Wings up 2. Trying to go to 2-1 on the season.